Just like Michael Jackson and R. Kelly are famously known for their top-charting music careers, but both are known for a lot more than just their music. Both stars have dealt with public allegations of child molestation. R. Kelly is facing 10 counts of sexual assault, and 2 alleged victims of Michael Jackson have come forth to speak their truth in the documentary Leaving Neverland. This leads us into our discussion today. Should and can artists be muted after facing allegations such as these? Okay, so this is a touchy subject for a lot of people today. So,
yeah, very touchy.
What are your thoughts?
Me? Okay, so should artists be muted? I feel everyone has their own opinion. So if you want to mute someone, you have every right to. You pay for the streaming service or the, Pandora or whatever. But in my opinion, as for Michael Jackson, I will not be muting him. Because I'm not going to do that. That's not saying that the allegations are not true or, that he didn't do any of those things. But I just personally feel like I can't make a judgment on that situation because he's dead and he has passed away and he is not here to, defend himself. Sure. As in R. Kelly, he's being charged right now, so he will have a trial and we will see, if he's guilty or not, proven guilty or not. Mm-hmm. So I understand if people are muting him, but as for Michael Jackson, I just feel like he's dead. Let it rest in peace. It's unfortunate, but, God is the only person that knows the truth. So it's a touchy subject for me. But I'm definitely not muting Michael Jackson. Absolutely not.
What about you, Mirka?
Yeah, I feel like this is a very controversial topic. But I think that they shouldn't get muted because we don't know the truth. Nobody knows the truth except God, like you said. So it's very hard for us to judge from just what everybody's saying because there's just so many parts to this. So it's very complex. So I am not going to mute Michael Jackson. With R. Kelly, I mean, it is ruining his music career. Mm-hmm. And like I said, this ruins everybody's music career. So I don't think just because people are making assumptions or saying stuff about them that we should mute them. Because we don't know the actual facts and what actually happened.
That's true. Mm-hmm. What about you, Connor?
I had no clue R. Kelly still had a music career.
Yes, he do.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, it's horrible. In a way, you got to balance, what they do as artists with, what they do as role models. Because at the end of the day, they're role models. But again, I mean, how are you going to take away? I mean, like you said, Michael Jackson is undisputed king of pop. I mean, how do you take that away from someone?
There's no
discussion. You can't.
And are you gonna really, besmirch the guy's entire? I mean, he's been performing.
He's the king of pop.
Yeah, he's been performing since what, the 70s, 80s. And you're gonna throw away 30 years good work over it. I mean, it's awful, it's terrible, but there's got to be a way to kind of separate the man from the product there.
Exactly.
Right.
And with R. Kelly, I mean, unfortunately he didn't. Well, not unfortunately, I guess for him, but he is still around and he is able to unfortunately face his accusers. But
exactly.
I mean, that's just. That's I mean, muting them. I don't know what muting would do.
Yeah,
exactly. That's not going to really do anything.
I don't think it would take away from their overall. I mean, I think it does, of course, mess up their name, but I don't think it would take away from their overall success because the music still exists. And it's definitely made history. So
yeah, I mean, I think it'd be ridiculous to demonetize any of their stuff or even take it off shelves, and because I mean, I've always been a big proponent. If people don't like someone, they're not going to sell. If people are that big of an issue, if people look at it as that big of an issue, I mean, they're just not going to buy it, plain and simple.
Exactly.
So, it all depends on where you draw the line personally. If you think that it is that big of an issue to where it's going to affect, if you can't remove those two, compartments of the person, then I mean, it's up to you to make that call. But
I was actually just out and I heard 2 R. Kelly songs being played. So I'm like, okay, this person is taking a stand. They're like not going for it.
Is it bad though that when it plays on the radio, I still bump to it?
Yeah, it's so hard.
To my hotel. I be like, oh, he wrong though, but I ain't gonna lie, my head still be like,
I
you
still
know.
shake my head. I'm just like, this was some good music. This
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
talented
I
man.
mean,
But
that's
you
the
know,
thing.
It's sad
If
that it
it's-
makes her
Same
feel
thing
that
with
way.
Michael Jackson.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll
Oh,
always be
I
aiming
love-
after him.
Well, because the Michael Jackson thing, I mean, the allegations are just coming back out. But I mean,
Exactly.
it's weird, but I feel like we're all of that age where we almost remember. The first thing I ever remembered about Michael Jackson is like, questionable around children. And it's awful, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember before these came out. Because, ever since I was a little kid, the two things I knew about Michael Jackson is King of Pop and, don't be a child at Never Ranch. Which is an awful thing to say, but like, I mean, for me, I've never had the issue of having to separate the two because I've always had that image in the back of my head, I guess.
exactly.
But then I've never came at that thinking like, wow, his music's awful because of that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you all for that discussion, but unfortunately, that's all the time we have. But we want to hear what you think. Be sure to interact with us on Twitter at College Voice KSU. The College Voice will be right back.